Hello? I don't know if chat is working, but I'm doing another test. Would anyone like to come through?
Boss. Job.
My name is Sam. Could you tell me how many is coming through tonight or this morning? No. Hello, Kangaroo. Chat is actually working, so it's 5:45 in the morning here. I've been up since 3:30 because I can't sleep. Can you come through and talk to us? I just got a whisper no. If you could please come through and talk to us, it would be nice. Kanga, you'll find that this spirit box is extremely quiet, so no static or anything like that. So I find this box really, really good. And in my last test, I got a light anomaly reflecting off the TV screen at the back, so it was pretty interesting. My name is Sam. If you can hear me, can you say my name, please? There was a response, Sam. Thank you. Put on a tiny RAM pod here. I have a little bell here that if you are in the room with me, could you set off the little bell? There's some extra. That's the RAM board. There's some extra flashy lights there. I hope you can come through and talk to me this morning. I've open communication for you. May not have many in the chat because it's 10 minutes to 6 in the morning here in Ireland. There's some flashy balls. Which have gone off a couple of times. But we can't rule out that vibration from speakers and stuff, but I try to keep them away from the speakers, if you know what I mean. if you can hear me and see me, could you tell me how many candles are on the table? How many candles have I got? Hello, Radio Fam. Welcome. And Kanga's here as well. 10 minutes to 6 in the morning here in Ireland, so I don't know if I have my UK viewers watching this early in the morning, but I like doing spurt box sessions. I've had great responses lately, so I thought I'd do a test again today, you know. Is Dave here this morning? Oh. It's 10 minutes to 11 p.m. in California, 4:50 p.m. in Australia, East Coast. Wow. You know, we don't very often put videos out in the middle of the night here in Ireland, but maybe we should for those American followers and Australian, you know. Is Dave here? Dave or Emma or Edge? Edge or Emma is relevant to the guy who's Rob, who made that spurt box. And I've been getting Ed and Emma coming up on my spurt box. And it was a guy from California, Rob Hernandez, that actually made the box. And he was getting responses, Ed and Emma, relative to his house. But I've been getting them here in the house, and I didn't join the dots until recently. So that was pretty interesting. Oh. Ruby Paola Jules, California as well. Yes, this spurt box actually came from California from a guy called Rob Hernandez. He has a channel called The Power Awakening, and he makes very nice spurt boxes that have nice clear audio, you know, no loud static or anything like that. I find this box pretty good. I've been working intensely with it for the last 2 months. Could you say my name if you can hear me and see me? Yeah, he does. Whoops. He does. He does spurt box sessions on in California. It's Saturday night, 3 a.m. Saturday night. And then he has a midweek show that he does with his friend, who is an audio engineer. So it's going to be pretty interesting, you know. Rob has actually been working on reversed audio from live reversed audio and still getting forward responses, which is very interesting, you know. Hello, do you like speaking to me? At the beginning of the stream, I asked for them to come through and I got a whisper no, so am I going to get communication, or is that just one communicator that doesn't want to talk? Is Dave here tonight? Five in the chat at 5 to 6 in the morning here. Brilliant. Thanks very much. My dog is begging for a treat. Hold on a second. Do you like my little dog? Gonna ask again. How many candles did I light for you this morning on the table? How many candles I lit for you? Eight? No. It's a response, but you're wrong. It's not 8. I do get a number of responses, but a lot of the time they're wrong. But getting a number of responses is interesting. Is Bert here? Bert? Can you say Bert if you're here? Kanga listening. Ruby's listening. Can you say any of those names? Ray the fam. Kanga. David is David and Davis is it comes up in almost all my sessions. And I've asked about Dave. The only information I've got is I got a response, he's dead, and another response, protect. So is Dave a protector, or am I supposed to protect Dave? I don't know. You know. Could you tell me, are you happy? I don't know. Coming on to 6 a.m. now. don't know who Dave is, Kanga. Dave is a name that is constantly been coming up on the Spurt box.
Radio.
And I thought initially it was a DJ, but it's been coming up all hours. And also, I've done sessions while driving my car, and I've got Dave and David as well. So it's all hours I'm getting Dave and David.
Flexion. Okay. Critic.
I hope the audio is coming through okay.
Apology. People. Action.
Edge. Edge is relevant to Rob's house, which interestingly keeps. Can you tell me who made the radio?
Stand. Area. West.
Hiya, Sean. Thanks for coming in. I'm just sitting here. I cannot sleep. I couldn't sleep. And I thought I'd do a Spurt box session. It's now 6 o'clock in the morning here. So I just thought I'd run the box. Can you say Rob for me? If you can hear me. The interesting thing about this box is very little radio comes through. Just a 1 or 2 second window for a response, you know, and it's been amazing for the last one. It really is.
Hammond.
How many is coming through right now? How many is talking? Yeah, I did hear Hammond, but don't know what that is about. No static at all. It's very clear. Yeah, I'm going to reset it because I normally don't get a little bits of music in. So I'm going to reset it for a second and then I'll put it back into direct response mode to see if I can get it any clearer than that. That is clear, but I might be able to get it clearer. I normally don't get music coming through.
Racist.
It just involves me pressing this button.
A man remains in a serious condition in hospital this morning following a high-speed chase.
Two. Whatever that's. That could have been a response to Many's talking right now, which I asked just before I reset it.
Minister.
It is definitely an awful lot easier to hear. In fact, the last two months, I barely use my headphones because what's coming through is very clear. You know? I'm going to quickly put on a cup of tea. I do verbally say what I'm doing because sometimes I get a response to that. So I'm going to go and have tea now. I'll be back in a second. Make some tea. Give the dog a treat. Can you tell me about Dave? Or David?
Please.
Give the dog a treat because she'll annoy me. She likes to do that while I'm streaming, recording. She always does that. Right, the kettle will go off in a second. Who's Eric? Yeah, I don't take credit for it. I credit the communicators or spirits and the guy who made the radio. So that we do thank you for coming through and talking. I'm up talking to you because I can't sleep. Some milk. Oh. Lovely tea. Two. 4 people in chat, and I thank everybody. To me, it's not about numbers. The other night, I had 4 people in chat, and because those 4 people constantly listening, I wouldn't turn the spirit box on. I wouldn't turn it off. I wasn't going to deprive those 3 or 4 people of listening to the spirit box because it's not about numbers or units for me. and we ended up streaming for 3.5 hours, even though the chat wasn't working for some reason.
Please.
Could you tell me how many fingers I'm holding up right now? For those in the chat, it's FIVE. Many? Many fingers am I holding up?
Hey, no.
4? No. No, it's not 4. Try again. Temperature shot up right here. Not 2, no. It's 5. Can you say 5 if you can hear my voice? I just heard another there now. Got cards here, right? So I'm playing cards with numbers. I was able to figure out that the communicators can actually see and hear us by the colour of objects and the colour of your t-shirt and stuff like that. So I'm going to do a numbers thing. Right, I'm going to put a card on the table. And could you tell me what number is on that card? Could you tell me what number is on the card? It's red indeed. I was going to ask you the colour. That was my next question. Sometimes when you have a question in your head, sometimes it will be answered for you before you even ask it. It's not 3, no. Could you come up with another number? Possibly. They very often get numbers wrong, but when they come up with a number, it's still very interesting, you know? Right, we're going to go for a different one now. Could you tell me the colour of this card? Nine was the number on the last card. That's funny. That's funny. 9 was the number on the last card. Could you tell me the number on this card? No, it's not 7. What number Could you tell me what number's on that card? Hello? Sacramento Paranormal Investigators, welcome. I couldn't sleep, and it's 6:15 in the morning, so I'm sitting here. I'm gonna turn this on. Last time, I done a session yesterday, and the chat wasn't working, but the chat's working today, thankfully. Fee, welcome. I don't normally do lives. Could you tell me the number on the card? Number. Come on. Could you tell me the number on the card and the color? There's people from Australia and America listening to you right now. Could you say fee for me? What I find when I put the spirit box on for a long time, what happens is you'll get a time, 10-15 minutes, where you get communication, and then it goes, and then it comes back, sort of in and out like waves.
Yeah.
You still haven't told me about Dave. You keep talking about Dave and David, but I don't know who David is. I'm going to put an item on the table here. I'm going to ask questions about it. Could you tell me what this item is? Or can you tell me what colour it is? It's one of them Japanese eggs. Matthew, welcome. Can you say hello to Matthew? I have 8 people listening to me right now. Oh, this is so... 8 people listening to me at 6:20 in the morning. Can you say hello to Matthew? Matthew? Haunted. What's haunted? It's an overused word. What's haunted? Could you tell me the colour of the item on the table that I just put? I got great responses to colours before. What colour is it? Could you tell me, can I call you Spirit?
You shouldn't.
No, I'm not. I don't think I'm talking to God. Can I call you Spirits? No? Right. What do I call you? What can I call you?
Interesting.
I thought it said egg, which is a response to the item on the table. It was a bit late coming. Would it be an insult if I called you ghosts?
No.
No? Alright. Or am I the ghost? Are you the ghost or am I the ghost? Physical. Who's physical, me or you? Yeah, it's a Japanese egg on a stand. That's what that item was. It's a marble egg. Egg. How many is around you right now? Yeah, it's responses sometimes come unexpectedly. What I'm finding is you'll get responses for a number of minutes and then they'll go and then they'll come back and go, and it's a bit like the weather here. It's a bit sort of unsettled, but sometimes some of the responses I've got in the last 2 months have been it's just been amazing. Responses to colours, responses to questions, names. all sorts, you know. It's Can you tell me? Can you tell me what's beside me? What's sitting beside me? In dog. Whoa! If I heard that right, I think it's a dog. Thank you. Is there an older lady in Spurs? What I'm finding sometimes, you get what seems like paranormal bullies who prevent other communicators from talking. And that's when sometimes you'll get a confrontation and you'll hear name calling, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's directed at me. It can be. Sometimes you'll hear arguments through the communication sometimes, you know. So is there bullies in spirit world or communicator level? I possibly, yeah, you know. Facing the TV, I am sort of to the right, but I shouldn't be seen on television. Actually, we caught a light on our last stream. Around the time when we were talking about gin came up on the spur box, and there was somebody messaging me over and back from Facebook because the chat wasn't on, and a light anomaly appeared and disappeared, and I tried to get a logical explanation for it. The only source of light would have been my cigarette, but I was out a shot of reflection, if you know what I mean. So I am going to do a video on that if I can look into it a little bit further, but it's actually last live. Very, very interesting light anomaly reflecting off the TV screen, which is acting as a divination mirror or a black mirror at the moment. There's a couple of smudges on it. Could be a little bit cleaner, like. Spurts, can you say my name? I come up with that same question periodically because it's my way of finding out if the communication is still there. Massive thanks to everybody just coming on stream here and listening and watching. 8 people. I got 5 in my last life. You know, but it's not a numbers thing for me. Could you please tell me about Dave? Please tell me about Dave.
Leaving.
Leaving for what? Why are you leaving?
People.
People. What people? Oh my God. Oh. I know I can't prove this to you, but just a couple of weeks ago, I was sitting at the kitchen table, editing a video. And a lady in black hair, in a bun, and a white dress, walked from one side, came out from the wall on one side of the kitchen, and went through the cooker and out through the wall on the other side. Now, I'm up on a 3-story apartment block, and the other side of that wall is outside. It was a personal experience, but I seen the image of that black-haired lady pass in front of me. I know I can't prove it, but I know what I saw. I'm not making this up. I don't come on YouTube to make up stories. The paranormal is my passion. Who's the lady with the black hair? What's her name? When you said that, it just gave me the chills. You know? It's one of those things you'll never forget. Could you tell me who's the lady with the black hair? Just to give you a backstory, this is a brand new apartment. I'm in it about 4 or 5 years. It's brand spanking new, but I've turned my apartment into a museum of odd dolls and old things like boxes and dolls which supposedly spurs attachment, dolls that have been taken out, dolls that charity shops have asked me to remove from their shop because they cannot work in the space, that these certain dolls have freaked them out. So they found a new home here. What is the name of the lady with the black hair? Oh, that was muffled. Karen.
This is what?
Bethany. Could you show yourself on the TV screen behind the radio, if you are here with us tonight or this morning, could you show yourself as a ball of light? Hold on a second till I turn the kitchen light on.
Reading.
No, we shouldn't have reflections of lights, except the candles. It's a shawl. It's a kind of like over the shoulders and round at the front, and it's tied. It's tied at the top of the front. It's like one of them triangular things. It covers the shoulders and part of the arm, and it goes halfway down the back. That's what I saw. And it's white, with a white or creamy coloured dress. That's what I saw.
Oh no!
Did you say Karen?
Sure.
Yeah, the question is, you see something like that, is it attached to the items I have in the house? Because I have some antiques and different things.
Okay.
But sometimes when a house has been built, the foundation could be filled in by other houses being knocked down. So there could be energy stored in the rock being used and stuff like that. I have antique radios. I have a writing desk, a writing box, a number of different boxes, loads of dolls. Ed. Who's Ed? Ed is relative to Rob. Rob, who made the Spurt box. Yeah, I mean, like, we do all have our own beliefs on that. And yes, it did say in the Bible not to speak, to communicate, and that. But how many times has the Bible changed just to suit religion? Certainly, what we do here.
Okay.
Yes, demonic words have come up and stuff like that. If things get negative, I'll turn the box off. That's what I do. But certainly, we don't have any evil intent or anything like that. Most of us who do this are we have respect for the communicators. Now, are we talking spirits? We can't fully prove that. They do say spirits and ghosts, but at the end of the day, we call them communicators. We cannot prove that we are talking to ghosts. Afterlife, thank you very much. 11:38 p.m. in Guildford, sorry, British Columbia in Canada. Sending love, hugs, and light. Thank you very much. 10 people in the chat at 6:40 in the morning here in Ireland. Thank you very much. Really, really appreciate it. Folks, very often you'll have people will come up and they will disagree with you. But that doesn't mean that doesn't mean they shouldn't have to respect, if you know what I mean. We all have different beliefs, even us that agree. As long as people are respectful to others, people are allowed to have their say, Yeah, I mean, like we get demons and all sorts responses coming up in Rachel's house. And things to get too bad, we just turn the spirit box off. Now, are these communicators demons? I don't think so. I have been attacked once, and believe me, some of these paranormal people that say that they've been attacked by demons, the last thing you would want to do is grab your camera. Believe me, if you get attacked in a demonic way, you're fighting for your life. You know what I mean? But you see, the reason why it's coming up on YouTube and mainstream TV programs is negative sells. I'm not about that. Now, I'm not going to be talking anymore about those words because I don't want to influence the session, We doggies just falling asleep again. I appreciate it, Evelyn. You have your belief and I have mine. And we have a right to have that. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes we have to agree to sometimes disagree. But very often people like to get in disputes, and certainly I'm not a person that will do that. Do you know? I get an awful lot of evidence of communicators saying that they're trapped and need help. But when you ask what kind of help you need, you don't get a response to that, which is really weird. Welcome. Thanks very much, Astral Isoul. I just want to, I love the paranormal, but I don't believe in the scary, creepy, spooky graveyard and the spooky music and the bats and the skulls and the skeletons. That's not me. That's not me. I see the paranormal in a different kind of way. But I certainly, I'm not going to pull the wool over people's eyes, where a lot of people are doing, And in the line of the spirit box, it's the communicators that are talking. Whatever it is, tell it the way it is, Could you tell me what your world is called? Very often when you're doing a spirit box or paranormal investigation, a person will voice their opinion that they don't agree with what you're doing, and they'll leave because they don't agree what you're doing. They have a right to do that, but as long as there's respect between the two parties, people have a right, and like in this case, maybe the person is concerned that I'm doing something bad and firmly believes that. You sometimes have to go into the thoughts or imagine the thoughts of this other person. They're reaching out and saying, you shouldn't do that, it's bad, it's not good for you. They're doing that out of respect for you, even though you mightn't agree with them, So, respect that way, Oh, no. Right. Can you tell me what my name is? Can you say Sam? If you can hear and see me. Oh, Jackie, how are you? Just finished work. Jackie had been up since 3:30. I couldn't sleep. I done a live yesterday and the chat wasn't working. Can you say Evelyn for my place? Evelyn's listening to you. I'll bring a tiny bit of reverb in there to just sharpen this up. One tiny adjustment too far could mess up your audio. Yes, it's the device is based on a radio with the mute
like
wire cut on it. But this is a custom made radio for this purpose with a sweep rate. It's adjustable. And the theory is that the communicators use those snippets or those frequencies to communicate with us. Now, I've had a lot of questions about it, but I've done tests over the last 2 months, and I've got Ed. I've had direct responses to questions I've asked, which is pretty interesting, you know. Ed is relevant to the guy who made the Spur Box, whose name is Rob. He gets a lot about Ed and Emma.
Minister.
It's very hard to know. The last investigation done, which was on a beach, I was getting a lot of negative stuff coming through, and one of the responses that I got was, "We're all FUCKED," which I didn't associate with what's happening now at the time. So I don't know. Recently, I've asked about the situation, and I haven't got any responses around that. You know, so I don't know. Right, many's here. Night Sacramento paranormal investigators. Really appreciate you coming in. You know, I didn't expect so many people to be in at this hour of the morning here in the UK and Ireland, but really appreciate it. Thank you very much. You know, and we have 11 people in the chat. It's crazy. Do you have a message for all those that are listening to you right now? Um, 5 minutes to 7 a.m. here. I don't often go live. I haven't gone live in over a year. Yesterday was my first time in over 12 months. So, but I do a lot of overloads, you know. I keep getting Dave or David, no matter what time of the day or night. So I'm ruling out a radio DJ in that case, because I've got that response along a number of different devices. So, morning, noon, and night, I'm getting Dave. I've also done Spurt Box sessions with the PSP7 plugged into the car stereo, and I'm driving around town. I keep asking about Dave, and the only information I'm getting is I got a response, protect, and he's dead. So I'm just waiting for more and more information and see if I can put a jigsaw together of some kind. Who's Dave? Who's David? Thank you very much, Sean, for coming through. For joining us. Really appreciate it. Thanks very much. Yeah, I have a habit of turning the PSP7 on while I'm driving the car. And one day I cut across the corner of a footpath and I says, damn it, I cut the corner. And straight after that, the Spurt Box says, cut corners. cut corner. And this is a moving car, like, It's just something weird I thought I'd try.
Nice.
Yes, nice. What I'd love to try and do is a Spurt Box session on a small boat and see whether you get responses. How many's here?
This is it.
Not what I was looking for. That's a flipping brilliant idea, actually. I should do that in future, That's something nobody actually does. That's something nobody actually does. It would be great for time stamping, actually. That's a brilliant idea. I thought I heard a didgeridoo there. Yeah, order of magnitude. He doesn't hold back, which means he's honest. You know that kind of way. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do in future. Is I'm going to put a clock beside the Spurt Box. And nobody actually, I've never seen anybody ever do that. Actually, I have a wind-up clock. I hope it's working properly, and I'm going to put it there now. But I don't think there's a second hand on it. What time are we? 7 o'clock. No, there's no second hand on this one. I'll get another clock at some stage. It's a wind-up clock. It's one of these antique clocks. What side am I going to put it on? I'm going to put it on the side where the chat isn't. The flashy balls didn't go off tonight. You can barely see the flipping clock. Anyway, I'll organise a different clock for the next time. Possibly a digital clock that lights up. Could you tell me what colour the clock is? What colour is the clock? What time? 7 o'clock. That could have been radio. Oh. I'm not technologically minded. But I could put a physical clock there, you know what I mean? I could put a physical clock beside the radio and that. Could you tell me the colour of the clock? Boris, that's definitely radio. Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister. Could you tell me? Did you die? I hate asking that question. Or are you still living? Are you a living being? Or did you die? Boris is the British Prime Minister. It's 7 o'clock, which means it's the news. Boris Johnson has come up on every news since this pandemic started. So, every so often I do tell what time it is, just in case, you know. But certainly we don't get much radio coming through on this all the time. Could you tell us where you're from?
Debbie. Iverson.
Can you hear me and see me? Well, if you can't hear me, you're not going to answer. Can you see me?
lives.
Can you tell me how old you are?
That's it.
Good question, actually. Can you see anyone who is watching or listening right now? I'm going to make another cup of tea now in a minute. Can you tell me any of the colors of the lights on the radio? Can you tell me any colors? Or tell me your favorite color? White. I like red and yellow and orange and purple. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite color? Do onboard maintenance while I'm doing this. This one needs a new battery.
Black.
I thought I heard black. Do you like red? Or blue? Do you like blue? Or gold? In French. Do you know something? And you'll hear me say this in the last stream. And you'll hear me talking in French. I've been getting bonjour coming through by the same guy a number of sessions in a row, which is kind of weird because it sounds like the same person saying bonjour, which is French for hello. Bonjour, comment allez-vous? Je m'appelle Sam. I don't know what that whispers at. Bonjour. Batteries.
You just stop.
Flipping hell, there's 10 and Jet still. These are all legends. Absolute flipping legends. I have to say. David is a name that's used in France. And possibly a common name in France, possibly. Don't like to jump to conclusions, but could Dave that's coming through be from France? Is Dave from France? I'm just. I know he's. Hell wasn't the answer I was looking for. Or did you say help? I flipping missed it now. Irish beef stew. I can't even tell you that because I'm not a very good cook. Thankfully, the shop beside me makes dinner every day. All I have to do is go over and get it. Is David from France? Le Français. I'm possibly talking too much. I'm going to make tea. Do you want some? You know, Rachel used to ask the Spurs, did they want tea? And I remember once they said no. Right, I'm going to make tea. You want tea? I'm going to have coffee to try and wake myself up, actually. Coffee with sugar. Back in a second, I'm still here. My wee doggy's asleep. Asleep on the chair. Who's calling out for help? Was that help or hell? Coffee. Yeah. Yeah, I'm making coffee. Make coffee. That's a good plan, yes. I'm tired, but I can't get comfortable. Yeah, I'm making coffee. I don't know what that was. Need a new milk. Can you eat or drink? I doubt it, but I'm going to ask it anyway. I'm sure they've been asked more stupid questions than that. thought it's a horse. I was going to say, I remember paranormal investigators investigating a castle, and one of them says, "Is there a spurs of a horse here?" And then he says, "Two." And then he says, "If there is a spurs of a horse here, how is the horse supposed to answer that question?" Is there a spurs of a horse here?
Bangkok. No.
I have my copy here now.
Opportunity.
I have another ciggy. Do you like the candles I bought for you yesterday? I did make candles for you, but they actually don't burn very well. They're actually quite shit. They actually look nice, but they don't burn very well. The wick is too small. Look at that one. All the stripy colours. But it's actually a shit candle. It doesn't light very well. The wick is too small. You can't jump and chat here. Do you know about Australia? There's people from Australia listening to you right now.
Shoot it.
Not guaranteed that we're talking about spurs. What's your favourite food and drink? Do you have a favourite food and drink? What do you like to eat? What did you like to eat? I think we have a soldier here, possibly Australian, World War II, who never made it home, right beside the television. I'm going to show you right now. Right beside the playing cards. I've got a medal from 1928. Damn it, I can't remember what the name of the medal was. Alright, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to put it in front of the... Can we see? Oh yeah, right. There's the medal there. I'll put that medal there. Can you tell me anything about this medal? Can you tell me anything about the medal? I can't remember the name of the medal. I can't read it in the dark. Could you tell me who owns that medal? Yeah, World War II would have been around the 1940s and that. That is considerably earlier. But certainly medals is some sort of military medal of some kind. And thought I heard George too. Who's George? Is George a soldier?
Yeah.
Say soldier if George is a soldier. Eight people tuned in. 8 absolute legends. Could you tell me what town? Could you tell me what town we are in? It's good job Brett isn't in the chat because he would say something funny about that comment. Which I'm not going to say. Better joke to my coffee. Oh. Oh, flip it out. Oh. Oh. 7:25. I'm going 1 hour and 40 minutes. Actually, hold on a second. I was starting bear. Supposed to have a spurs attachment. from a child called Tim, and I've had positive responses from it a long time ago. And when I bought this bear, this is for the first couple of months. I've had activity around the house, and then it sort of settled down. And I actually had a ball of paper thrown at me while I was recording. But I'm bringing the bear. It's Tim here. Tim's the bear. Actually, I'll put batteries in them. Right, if static is detected, the bear is supposed to go off. But apparently, paranormal investigator claims that they brought that bear to an abandoned hospital one night, and when they came home from the hospital, activity started in the house, and they done some spirit box sessions, and they came to the conclusion that there was a spirit of a little boy called Tim who followed the bear home. I took it with a pinch of salt because I always do, but ever since I bought that bear, from time to time, you'll hear the giggles of a child in the hallway. I take every story I'm told with a pinch of salt until I look into it an awful lot further, sort of thing. But I haven't taken that bear out for a long time. Could you tell me who owns that? Who owns that bear? Who owns that teddy bear? I'm going to wind down in about 50. And finish this off in about 15 minutes. Because I'm going to go have breakfast and that, so. Could you tell me who owns that bear?
You can. The chief. Exactly. These.
I'm going to repeat a couple of questions now to see if I get a response. Dave is back. Who's Dave?
What's it? Here.
Is Dave here?
Chat. Day.
I think I just said Day rather than Dave.
Colleague.
Could you tell me who owns the military medal on front of the radio? Who owns the medal?
National. Sure. Phone.
If you were to wish for anything that would make you happy, what would that be? Lynn says hello, spirits. Can you say my name? I do ask that just to try and confirm communication. I have to say, in the almost 2 hours that I've been streaming, I haven't had the pins and needles in my hands or feet or face, which you do get on a lot of sessions, but not this time.
tip. It was. Yeah.
Can you tell me how many's here?
You can.
How many's with us?
And so okay.
I'm actually going to wind up now. Is there anything you want to say before I turn the radio off? There is a Newcastle in Northern Ireland, actually.
This is it. Italy.
Did you say Jackie? Jackie's name? Or Fee? Or Kanga? All listening to you right now. I thought I just heard Fee. Did you just say Fee?
France.
Am I related to anybody there? I'm not related to anybody in the city. Or is that a question you want me to ask the Spur Pops? You have a couple of minutes of opportunity to say what you want to say. Want to thank you for coming through if you have. He says a teenage boy. What's his name? What's a teenage boy's name? Oh, the Spurs. I'll go back to the other question. Do you know anyone in Australia? Do you know anyone in Australia? Bridget. Bridget is an Australian name, isn't it? It is an Irish name too, mind you. Who's Bridget? Doesn't have heard it right. Right, I'm going to ask about the medal again. Do you know who owns the medal on the table? Yes, who owns the medal? So I heard Fran, but I could have misheard that. Fee says thanks for answering her question. If you heard me, can you say Fee? Folks, do you want to continue listening? Or do you want me to end it here? Because it's up to you. If you want to listen away to the Spurt Box, I can have my breakfast and I can continue on for another while if you want. Or shall we just finish? I was going to call it at the 2-hour mark. There's still 4 people watching. I just wanted to know, do you want to continue on watching, or do you want me to finish it here? Like, yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up because I might try and get some rest because my sleep was absolutely terrible. So, but let me turn off here for a second. I might try and get some rest. But massive thanks. massive thanks to everybody that's listened in on the stream tonight. I didn't expect so many people to come in, and me. If there's one or two people watching, I'd run the box for them. But I'm actually getting very, very tired right now, so I am going to go and have some rest. But you know something? I haven't done streams in a while, so maybe I'll start doing more live streams with the Spurt Box and get back into it. Do you know what it was? It was a confidence thing. So, but I've sort of got a little bit more confidence since I started going back to Brett's stream, which is now Wolf Paranormal, which we do a stream every Friday. So, but I really appreciate everybody that's come in and listened and contributed to the stream. Really, really, thanks very much. Hopefully we'll do this again sometime soon because this was pretty good. And going to try and take into account our Australian and American viewers who very often miss our streams and stuff like that. So maybe we try putting out stuff and try doing streams at different hours to hours kind of thing. So massive thanks to everybody. Folks, I'll see you in another video or another stream or whatever, but massive thanks to everybody for taking part in this. This was better than I expected, and at least the chat worked this time. So thanks very much, folks. I'm going to finish it now. Massive, massive thanks. Okay, take care, folks.